everyone, I'm TR, a mixed media artist and instructor and creativity coach. Basically, that means I infuse happiness, creativity, and confidence into your art, business, and life. And I actually am here because I just want to share a story with you. I want to share my art story or some of my art story. It's not my entire art story, but it's an interesting story, and I'm sure that you can relate once I get into it. I'm sure that part of this is going to absolutely resonate with people that are artists, mixed media artists, art journalers. I know that you're gonna feel me. You're gonna know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've done art all of my life. As long as I can remember, since a child, I created art. I remember coloring books. I remember having colored pencils. I remember drawing. I remember grabbing books and drawing the characters in the books, and just just a wonderful childhood filled with art and creativity. I went to college, and in my last year, I made a decision to be a smarty pants. It was my last year of college, and I wanted things to be a little bit easier for me. So I decided to take a drawing class, knowing that I'd get an easy A because I could draw, and I also took French. French 1 because I had already had 2 years of French in high school, and I figured, I'd be able to do it. Well, what happened to me was quite unexpected. Instead of appreciating the lessons that were given and the techniques that were given in my drawing class, I got splattered, let's just say flattened. My creativity, my desire, everything about drawing left me. I was drained. I was traumatized. I hated drawing things that I didn't want to draw, that didn't inspire me. So instead of learning and applying those techniques and doing something wonderful when I finished college, instead I just put my pencil down and I decided that I didn't want to draw. I just had no desire, no motivation, no anything to draw. And I put the pencil down for like 18 years. So it took a long time. In the meantime, I was still creative. I found scrapbooking and card making. So I created beautiful scrapbook pages, beautiful cards. I owned a scrapbook kit club. I taught classes locally and nationally and at a university. I had a blast with scrapbooking. Um, and then somehow I just started feeling like I needed to do something else. I wanted to do something more than just scrapbook. It just didn't move me the way that it had moved me before. I still enjoy it, but very limited. I just wanted to be more creative. I wanted to do more things. And then I started seeing mixed media come into play and into scrapbooking and card making, and I was intrigued. And then finally one day I started getting the urge to draw again. So I picked up my pencil again after 18 years and I started drawing. And it was a happy, wonderful time. It was amazing. It just felt free. I felt like this big weight was lifted off my shoulders and that I found this wonderful place again, and my creativity was coming forth, and I got to draw and I got to have fun, and it felt good. And then I started going online to Facebook and finding groups of people who were doing art journaling and mixed media and drawing faces, and my creativity got splatted once again. I started looking at all of the fabulous art out there, and I started to compare myself, and I started feeling like, wow, they're amazing, and that my art is not that great, and that how can I share my art with these people, and everyone is doing such a beautiful job. Here I am thinking that I could jump into this arena with people and enjoy art and learn to create in a different way, and get back to the old me that would try different things, that wanted to try paint, that actually used to put together used to write in a journal and doodle in a journal and draw pictures and color and do all of these things. How could I possibly fit in? And it just sort of killed my joy. I stopped, or I fretted, I stressed every time I wanted to create. It felt like a really stressful situation to me because I didn't feel like I was up to par. And then not only did it sort of destroy my desire for a little while and cause this whole big bundle of stress, it also just made me doubt myself. So it just brought sort of a stress and a sadness to me. And I don't know why, but I kept looking. I kept admiring. I watched videos. I went to Pinterest. I came back to the groups on Facebook. And I started noticing that some people drew in a way that just I started recognizing their style is what I'm getting at, that they had a very distinct or unique way of creating, and it was very appealing to me. And I was thinking, well, okay, I'm starting to create. How did this person even get to this place where they have a style, or they create in such a way? How did they find that? What is my style? So I started thinking, what is my style? How do I find my confidence? How do I get past this block of stress that stopped me from actually putting my pen to the page, that stopped me from putting paint on the page, that stopped me from enjoying something that I've enjoyed all my life, which is being creative, whether it was with cut up paper, stickers, die cuts, or whatever. I have always been creative, and I wanted to be creative in a new way, but I was stopping myself by the way that I was thinking, and the way that I was comparing, and the way that I was doubting, and the way that I wanted to find my style. So I'm here to share that with you because I've come to this place through lots of learning and self-love, and through practicing and learning, and doing and making lots and lots of art. I've come to this place where now people have said to me, I recognize your art whenever I see it, TR. That moment was so happy. Every time I hear that, I am so happy. I pushed through my blocks. I pushed through my self-doubt. I made it to the other side. Let's just call it that, where I actually see it myself. I do have a style. I do have a great confidence in the art that I do. I have been able to learn from others, make it my own, find my authentic voice, share my style, share my creativity with others. So I want to share that with you. I want to help you find your style and create with confidence. I am actually doing an amazing 30-day boot camp that is dedicated to exactly that, finding your style and creating with confidence. So if any of that resonated with you, this workshop is for September 14th, but it's going to be wonderful and amazing, and I'd love for you to join me. If this is something that you're interested in, if you need to find your style, if you are someone who you find yourself afraid to put your pen to the page, if you want to know what your own creative process is, if you want to find your style, if you want to be able to express yourself in your art and not necessarily other people in your art, if you want to stop comparing yourself and stop stifling yourself by being overwhelmed and overstimulated by too much inspiration, this workshop is for you. If any of that is you, this workshop is for you. We're going to have 4 amazing weeks together. We're going to go through structure. Week 1, which is going to be experimenting and playing with lots of different styles and techniques and ideas. You're going to get immersed in inspiration and trying new things out to help you learn more about yourself. And then there's week 2, which will be freedom. And in week 2, you're going to learn more about intuitive painting. We're going to learn to paint intuitively and get in touch with how you feel and how that translates onto the page. We are going to uh, define how define your creative process, help you to define your creative process. And then week 3, you should start seeing your style. If you're really following along, if you're committed to the process, week 3 is a transformational week where you will start to know what you love and what you like. And those things, when you start to get in that place, that's where your style starts to develop. And then we're going to move on to week 4, where you'll see your confidence, because all of the work that we've done in the prior 3 weeks will come together for you in week 4. And you'll be able to create more authentically with your authentic voice. Now, let me be clear. Style is something that does change. But in 30 days of a boot camp, you can absolutely see lots of things in your art. You can see your style start to emerge. But 3 months from now, you may have changed. You know, we get addicted to different things, or we become infatuated with faces or flowers or butterflies or things like that. But over time that changes. But this workshop is there to help you to identify your style, your likes, your desires, your authentic voice, what you love, how to get over your fears, how to stop comparing, how to love and appreciate what is authentically you, and how you're going to transfer that to the page, and how you're going to become a unique artist creating in a way that you love. It really is an amazing feeling. It's a wonderful thing, and I would love for you to come and take part with me in this journey. Again, it starts September 14th, 4 beautiful weeks together. You can find out more information on my blog at www.tiaresmith.com. That's trsmith.com. I would love for you to come and spend the 30 days with me, and let's work together. I'm actually going to work through this workshop with you. It's going to be amazing that we are constantly and continually learning things about ourselves. So every time I go through this process, I learn something new about myself. So I'm going to take the journey with you and learn and grow and create and build more style and confidence right alongside. So please join me again if you are an artist and you are trying to find your voice, if you are trying to build your confidence, if you are trying to paint more authentically, if you are trying to be more honest in your art, and you want to see what is uniquely you emerge, then come join me for 30 days. It's going to be amazing. Again, www.tiaresmith.com. Come join me for Style and Confidence, 30 days to finding your style and creating with confidence. I'll see you there.